Oi, what you doing here?
I heard Zivik can't wait for you to get back.
Plough it all. If we miss muster, he'll have us flogged. Get us out of here, will you?
You came here on your own, you can get back on your own.
This place is crawling with drowners. I mean, we'd have stayed in our tents on our arses if we'd known. We're safe in the circle, but 3 feet outside, and who knows what would happen.
All right, we'll go back together, but let me look around first. Apparently it's bad luck to tread on the ashes. Strange aura. Let's take a closer look. Carved from a solid piece of stone. Reusable, you could say. Candles, amulets, coins. People make offerings here like they would at a shrine. Candles. The stench is worse than Zoltan's boots. Nothing unusual about them otherwise. Square coins adorned with a fish. I guess the plotters like to come here. Let's see. People seem to be staying away from the wheel. They're afraid. All the gifts are at a safe distance from it. Except for one person. With Kedweni Army-issue boots. Glad to know I'm not the only one to desecrate this site. Animal tracks. Dogs, wolves, bears, even birds. You'd think this was a feeding ground, but they all fear the circle. Except for cats. Their tracks are everywhere. One even napped on the pedestal. Triss once told me cats like to sleep on intersections, and they're the only beasts apart from dragons who can draw the power. They clearly like this place. An unnatural stillness typical of intersections and places where streams of the power meet. Unnerving but harmless. Sabrina was nailed to this wheel. Fresh holes and splinters. Someone's pulled nails from the wheel recently. I better take one, just in case. Something protected the wheel from the flames. It's hardly scorched. I need to bring the king here. I need to reenact the execution. If I can only summon Sabrina's ghost, I could force her to lift the curse. The Draugrs and the mist will remain, but at least the king will be safe. I need to know what happened here. Witnesses of the execution, they're the key. If I can just find out how Sabrina died, I should be able to free Henselt of the curse. 2 leads. Sabrina's cultists and the nail thief who's obviously immune to the aura of this place. Time to question some soldiers.
You've looked and touched your fill, right? Let's get out of here.
Did you light those candles?
We did.
What's it to you?
Burning them for Sabrina?
To you, 'tis a waste of time, right?
Feel their eyes on you. They're watching us. We won't get out alive, superstitious idiots that we are.
Don't you believe the visionary? You don't have to. But it was worth a try, right?
Old idiot. It's his fault we ended up here.
Who is this visionary?
He's behind all this. He talks of miracles in the circle.
I believe him. Know why? He lives deep in the valleys, but something protects him from all those harpies.
Did you see them burn the sorceress?
3 years ago. We both served under Henselt then, but only the 5th Company guarded the stake.
They say the king never wanted to make a spectacle. Some soldiers never come here, but others visit the circle to check the remains.
You're just like them. To you, it's only a superstition to make money from. You're looking for old nails in the ashes.
Like that shitbag who trades outside the inn.
You're mistaking me for someone else.
Really? Then give us the nail.
I'm keeping it.
Keeping it? Not heard what they say. Relics are like fist tech for simple folk.
How did you manage to avoid the drowners on your way here?
The visionary was with us. He led us through, then left.
I don't like this place.
Thought you'd want to stay the night here.
I know at least a few places I'd rather sleep. Come on.
Beats me why they've been fighting over these hellholes for generations.
I get goosebumps every time I go outside the palisade.
Guess Civic was right. We should have sat on our arses.
You'll be whistling a different tune when the mist lifts and we attack Vergen.
The Visionary's a right bastard leaving us here.
I believe him. He says he hears voices.
You stink. Drowner lairs. Not the best spots for picnics.
Curses on him! If it wasn't for you that have eaten us.
We owe you our lives, Witcher. We can't let Civic catch us.
Don't shit your pants. Sabrina saved us from the monsters. So what's one little Civic to her?
Well, it was here yesterday.
I'm done with this cursed place.
What do you want, Witcher?
The soldiers you were looking for, they got held up for a while at Sabrina's circle.
Oh, the idiots! To be duped by witchcraft and superstitions. I'll put them to scrubbing the latrines indefinitely. But I thank you for bringing them back. Your reward, as promised.
From what I can see, you and the men love your king.
He's like a father to us, really. Comes around from time to time, chats it up, pats you on the mug. Remembers our names, too, though you got to earn that in battle. Been so distinguished 3 times already. Pride myself on it.
I'm sure it's a great honor for a humble soldier like yourself.
Last time it happened, we was on the march. Some peasant poisoned his well. A few of our lads died, many others got sick. I pacified that village. We hit them so hard, we even struck fear into our own boys. They went without a row for 2 days, and the king was very pleased. He came around, gave me a friendly punch in the gut, laughed, and said, "You are one true son of a bitch. If you'd not been born among swine, you'd probably be king." That's how he is. Humane and all. He's really got a heart.
I heard there's a man living outside the camp known as the Visionary. Ever met him?
The soldiers talk about him, but I've never seen him. If I ever do, he'll regret that he fooled my people with all those superstitions.
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Wish I could have, but only the 5th Company was sent there. She deserved it. What she did to the boys. Believe me, I've seen a lot of monstrosities in my life. My brother died during a coup in Rhind when a mage boiled the blood in his veins. Also, I once saw a soldier raping a dead elf woman. But 3 years ago, people melted like lead. Something you can't forget, Witcher.
There's a soldier by the inn selling scraps from Sabrina's execution site.
I know, the damn quartermaster. This business of his muddles the minds of the soldiers. Suddenly, everyone believes a splinter in your pocket will protect you in battle. Half-wits.
They'll pay for their folly with their lives.
And who the fuck are you to judge them? You roam around the world with no care for folk like us. Sure, you can fight, but you don't have to get up, eat, or fucking die when ordered. All my friends died on someone's orders. You'll never get it.
Go to hell, Zivik. You don't know a thing about me.
And I don't want to. Go on your way.
A super soldier seer as well,
What do you want, Witcher?
Did you participate in the battle?
I did. And I fought. But I'd rather not go into it.
The spirits of those who died in battle are now in combat on that field. They kill each other and change into nasty creatures called Draugrs. Eternians, Kedwenis, even your comrades. I want to help them, but I have to know what happened during the battle.
Oh, the plague. Listen then. The fighting started in the afternoon. The Dun Banner was first to attack. We were ambushed, cut off from our main unit and devastated. Bloody scouts and Sabrina Glevissig, who was supposed to mind the battlefield. By then, the battle was in full swing. Wherever you see those damned furrows, people fought there. The Edirnian lines faltered a few times, but we couldn't crush them because of Seltkirk. Yes, we had the Visitor. They had Seltkirk of Gullet, the invincible White Knight, Edern's finest swordsman. Wherever our forces gained the upper hand, he'd appear and reverse the fighting's course. Then, Vandegrift himself went into battle. He met Seltkirk in the middle of the melee. It was a battle of titans. In the end, the Visitor hacked Seltkirk and sliced the White Knight from his head to his balls. Then, death fell from the heavens. Lumps of burning soil flew through the air. The whole valley was on fire. Damned magic of a damned witch! I owe my life to Priest Crest, our chaplain. He led me out of the battle and went back for the others. He had a medallion that protected him against fire. He led everyone out, including the Edirnians. But the flames got him in the end.
Were you at Brenna?
Ah, yes. Cut down more Black Ones there than anywhere else. The Redanians were in disarray on the left when we joined the battle. Same with the Temerian regiments in the middle. We arrived just in time. Menno Cohorn commanded the Nilfgaardians. He was some leader. Even we feared him like fire. But somehow we prevailed.
What happened to him afterwards?
He refused to flee, died like many others. No, no one knows who did it, and no one ever found his corpse.
You mentioned the priest.
A really good man. He was with us the whole time, during the march, in the barracks, and in battle. Among common soldiers. Freya gave him a medallion to protect him from fire. I don't know how true that is, but he led me and many others to safety.
Who has this medallion?
King Henselt. I saw it once. I don't know how he got hold of it, but he definitely had it.
Do I have this right? You served in the Dun Banner?
Did indeed. Henselt's never commanded a fiercer group of warriors, and he never will. If not for us, there'd have been no victory for the North at Brenner. We carried the day.
I didn't see the Dun Banner in the camp.
And you won't. The unit's no more. Ensign Eckhart Hennessy carried the standard into battle for the last time 3 years ago.
Glevissig's magic?
Worse. The Edirnian troops, the bastards. The Dun Banner, the pride of Kedwen, lost its standard and almost all its men. The Visitor refused to send us reinforcements when we were cut off. The Dun must prevail. It's been in worse shite than this. The Dun will be all right. 7 Edirnians to each one of us. We had no fucking hope. 200 men went into battle and less than 70 came back. But that's not all. Only a few survived to this day. Boys couldn't handle it. Suicide, firewater, fistek. A few became highwaymen. They ended up on the gallows or in ditches. Memories can also kill you, and soldiers don't always deal with them well.
I have to find that standard.
I heard it lies in the catacombs neath Bergen, alongside my mates. Hey, if you're thinking of going there, I ought to give you my beaver skin cap. That's its rightful place.
What happened before the battle?
We forded the Pontar on the third day after the autumn equinox. The Aedirnians were waiting for us, formed up in a long line at the foot of those hills. I remember the banners of Vengerberg, Aldersburg, Gullet. Knights, armoured infantry, peasants, the Vergen Dwarf Regiment, all save the king. They numbered more than 5,000. General Vandegrift, commander of the Kedwennies, had less than 4,000, including the elite Bearheads, armoured troops from Ard Caraig, and the famous White Foxes of the North. And ourselves, the Dun Banner, veterans of Brenner, hated by the Aedirnians more than the plague. But above all, we had Vandegrift the Visitor. Maybe he was a bastard, but he knew war like nobody else.
Thanks, Civic. I'd like to play dice.
I haven't the time right now, but I'll be willing to test you if it turns out you're any good.
And how was that supposed to turn out?
Beat Fragile and Gondor, simple as that.
Odren! The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coin.
Greetings,
Grown
Master.
lads with their arses in the air. Get out.
Greetings, Witcher.
The sight of your camp must instill fear in your enemies' hearts. I'm certain the stench does.
Normal military conditions, Witcher. Boiling cabbage, stale sweat, and the smell of fear. They're constant companions in the expansion of any great empire.
Thanks for the history lesson. I take it you'll wait until the last minute to bring the remaining troops across.
Nothing sinks defenders' hearts more than steady increases in their enemies' ranks. Though I'll say these Vergen sons of bitches are worthy foes and won't flee so easily. It's good having a neighbor who knows how to fight.
I'm not sure the people of Edirn share that sentiment. Deathmold was kind enough to help me. I may be able to lift the curse sooner than I thought.
Details don't interest me. I expect results. That said, Master Geralt, what would you say to a long-term offer? Protection, for instance.
If it involves eliminating monsters, then yes.
That's perfect. My regal person is at all times threatened by potential monsters.
Not the same. I'm ill-suited to being a bodyguard.
You tread upon a slippery meadow, Witcher. Beware, it's strewn with the nastiest cow pies. I'm not one to be refused.
Still,
I've had people beheaded for more pleasant answers.
I won't change my mind.
Fine response. I see there's truth in what they say about the size of a witch's privates. I'm glad to see you're no pushover and have a mind of your own. If only I had more men of your ilk, and not the kind of ass munchers that infest my court.
The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coin. Grown lads.
Look at that, boys.
We need to talk.
What? No, hello, good morning. Pucker up and kiss my ass, nothing.
Hello.
Good morning, White Wolf. Will you take some tea? It's a fortifying beverage.
Some other time, maybe. Spoken to the king yet?
Indeed, he was delighted to hear he can be cut from the curse.
Great, because I need the medallion of the priest known as Crest. I heard it's in Henselt's possession.
He'll give you nothing until you free him from the curse. Truthfully, I believe I understand him. You have a good chance of perishing when you confront the Draugrs.
Give me a break, Deathmold. The two of you are just afraid I'll leave this entire mess in your hands.
Ah, that is something I do not fear at all, for I know exactly why you're here. As for the king, you may curse him and scold him and call him a fool if you wish, though it's not something I would advise.
Learn anything new about the curse?
A mage on the other side of the fog is also probing the battlefield. A sorceress.
How do you know?
You shall know them by the fruit of their spells. Magic differs with the brain type that generates it. The female mind is simply laid out differently.
It could be Triss.
No, Witcher, it's someone far more powerful.
You must know a lot about the Wild Hunt, as one of the reigning majesties among mages.
I simply cannot concern myself with folk tales about corpses flying about on intensely emaciated steeds.
The Wild Hunt's no myth. I need magic powder to mark out the runes.
Are you aware that the formula requires powdered camphor resin?
I am.
Then you must also know that the resin is extremely valuable.
Get Henselt to pay you. I need the powder to do the exorcism, reverse the prophecy, and release him from the curse.
You should have said, I'll give you as much as you need.
Thanks, on the king's behalf.
I've one more thing you might find useful.
What's that?
You asked me for protective runes. I've done better. Take this grimoire, which details many. I believe there's even one for syphilis. I've marked my recommendations.
Thanks. I found Trot and a few other enthusiasts of the square coins.
Did you learn who leads them?
No,
Any survivors?
no.
Oh, you might at least have spared Trot. I'm sure he had secrets.
Any reward for the conspirators?
Indeed. A nice round sum per head.
I don't want any gold for this.
Why not?
You wouldn't understand.